All right. Let's see if everyone can hear us.
Yeah, that's always the. Oh, I should have brought the Yeti. I forgot.
I couldn't type, but I'm like, oh wait, they can actually see us. So. Hey, Vic. So tiny. I know, right? It's Vic and Mike.
What's up, guys?
What's up, homies? Let's see. It's fun. Everything in my house squeaks.
Mm-hmm.
Our bed frame.
Oh my god, that's
squeaks.
The worst.
And last night, and he goes against WD-40,
yeah.
And he's lifting up the mattress, and he's getting like pieces of wood, and he's shoving it in, and he's like, Mitch, I don't know what to do. And we're just laughing because like everything in this house squeaks is falling apart. This chair, my kitchen chair, is like everything. And you guys know I hate sounds. Like I hate noises. Like you hate noises, right? We hate it. And I'm just like, free fucking thing shakes.
No, my bed at my mom's, like the frame was like looser, and it would always make noise every time you moved, and it would drive me freaking insane. It drives you crazy.
Oh, it's that. Hold on, they're saying.
You guys can't hear us?
No, they can. You guys can hear us, right? And if you got here, then the link is not broken, right?
Right.
I just want to make
sure. If you're here.
Vic said it wasn't. Angelina said it wasn't.
Is someone commenting on Patreon that they can't get in?
No, in the chat. I think because you have to click through. So we have Vic, we have Mike, we have Angelina, we have Sean. Thank you guys for coming.
Thanks for coming, guys, on a Tuesday.
And then Soli's not here. Soli stayed at my mom's because Aunt's coming to South Carolina on Friday. And so I asked my mom, I'm like, listen, we're dropping all the cats off on Friday. Again, can they just stay? And Sam goes, you can take Niles. We'll keep Soli. Niles is worn out as welcome.
Oh.
So picked up Niles. But he's still going on Thursday. And Liam. So, yeah.
Sam's favorite cat now. She's going back.
Yeah, right? Yeah, because he's a kitten and he does bad things. Apparently he's hissing, though, in her face and Bobby's. And I'm like, what do you know Sam is a bull in a china shop.
Oh, she's probably like,
exactly.
Here, take him right by his fat.
You know, because Niles doesn't hiss at us.
No, he's never hissed. I don't even think I've ever heard him hiss.
No.
Yeah, she's probably just pissing him off.
Yeah. All right, guys, we're going to get started.
Yeah, let's go.
Stay on our timeline.
Chivy,
thanks for coming again on a Tuesday. Soon we'll be recording on Tuesdays.
I know.
And Thursdays.
Yay. I can't. Why was I making a crack?
Hold on.
Maybe it's this.
And you're in one. We hear you?
Hello? Yeah.
Can't hear me, though.
Are we just low?
We might be just low.
Oh.
Yeah, I must be low because I hear that.
Yeah.
Talk.
Hello? That's good.
Yeah.
That's good. You, though?
Yeah, that's better. Good times. Okay. Oh. All right. We're all good.
Okay.
Okay, here we go. So I announce to the abyss.
Hey, everyone out there.
You ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Okay.
Hello, and we're live.
We are live.
Welcome back to Three Gossip Girls, a Gossip Girl podcast. I'm Liz.
And I'm Michelle.
And tonight we are discussing episode 6 of season 5. I know I say this every week, but like, how are we on episode 6?
I know.
It's over a month.
And also, the last time we did a live podcast. It starts already.
It already starts.
Last time we did a live podcast, it was our premiere.
Right.
And I feel like that was just yesterday.
It does feel like it was just yesterday,
was
but
6 weeks ago.
6 weeks ago.
Yeah.
And I can't believe we're here. Anyway, this title is I Am Number 9. Would have been funny if this was the 9th episode.
Yeah.
Original air date November 7th, 2011. Written by Jake Coburn, directed by Andy Wolk. Blair makes all of her former minions and Charlie compete to secure the coveted bridesmaid spots in her upcoming royal wedding. Nate is tired of keeping his relationship with Diana a secret, so he decides to make her jealous with an unlikely ally. Meanwhile, Jane is determined to acquire the film rights to Dan's book, so Serena must put her personal feelings about Dan aside and in order to close the deal and make it happen. I mean, yeah, that's the same thing that happened last week.
Right. Yeah.
My glass full of gossip tonight, in honor of a different spin on Louis, we're drinking a poppy ginger lime flavored, which I titled the Monaco Mule.
Ooh, cute. I like that.
So it's a play on a Moscow Mule, obviously ginger lime. You can add whatever liquor you would like into this delicious poppy, but it's delicious on its own, and you don't have to add any alcohol.
It's
good for you. It's a prebiotic soda.
This is my favorite flavor of theirs.
I love this one too.
Yeah.
Poppies, they're really good.
I know.
I've been drinking the Olipop as well, but I feel like I really want to try the grape.
Me too. Do you keep getting the ads?
I can't find it anywhere.
I know. Cannot get that. Olipop,
One day.
sponsor us.
One day we'll get the grape Olipop.
Yeah.
I'm just dying to have that. So anyway, these sodas are delicious. Okay, so my 3 gossip words from last week, we had contest, obviously, bridesmaids, jealousy, Nate, and convincing, really, Diana, Serena, Jane. Everyone's trying to convince other people. Nate,
everyone.
Louis, the therapist. Everyone's convincing.
Yeah.
So I feel like, damn it, these are really broad. I'm like, I know. But you did well with your predictions last week.
I did, and upon retrospect, because we watched separately this week.
We did.
And as I'm watching and I kept referring to the 3 gossip words, I'm like, these are actually pretty perfect. They do fit the entire episode very well.
They do.
So
Thank you.
You always do an amazing job, but I was like, these are really, really good. Really good.
Well, thank you. Let's start with Blair. So, as we know, she's planning her royal wedding.
Yeah.
And it's funny because she's picking one bridesmaid. She has Serena as her maid of honor, which a given. But she's having all of her former minions. Not even former. I mean, she has her Columbia minion, whatever her name is. And then she has Coty, and Penelope. So it's like, it's funny that those are the ones they got, which is great. You know, I love a good throwback.
Yeah.
So she has this whole bulletin board of their pros and cons, what makes them a good bridesmaid, what doesn't make them a good bridesmaid. But they're going to compete to fill this spot. So she holds this contest and she tells Louis, look, just turned a blind eye this week or this day. I'm excited. Like, she's excited to get back to her, like, old high school Blair, in control, making people compete for her love and attention. And he's like, okay, yeah, I won't pay attention to that, just yet. So the girls go through these ridiculous challenges. Ridiculous.
Yeah. I love the shade they had about Nelly Yuki, which was great.
Nelly Yuki.
And, in the past, when Blair would act like this, right, we were always saying, oh, I'm so over this. Mm-hmm. Blair, grow up. But I was telling Liz this off mic. I enjoyed this because it was a taste of old Blair.
Yeah.
And it was like quintessential Gossip Girl Blair.
Yep.
As far as we know, right? I mean, I don't know what people think about Blair after the series is completed, but I was like, this is so great. It's so over the top. It's so Blair. And I love that Dorota is just here for it. She's
with the pictures.
Yes. And oh my goodness. She's great.
Yeah. I loved every minute of this because it is reminiscent of old original second season of Gossip Girl. So the girls are getting knocked off one by one. Coty is the first to go. But then they get tasked with this final hurrah, which is having to get a kiss from Nate Archibald.
Which I'm telling you, I wish we watched together. I mean, I was super obnoxious because I was yelling it by myself. I'm like, I know it's Nate. They're gonna blow it down. I know he's gonna have to kiss Nate. I was like, called it.
Yeah, you really did call it. I know the girls are like, who's it gonna be? Who's it gonna be? And as we know, Penelope has had such a crush on Nate since the high school days. So she was like, oh, I'm down. I'm so ready for this. So we go to the party and all the girls are trying to kiss Nate. And we have Charlie Chivy, who's also competing in this, which we'll get to, but she ends up winning. She kissed Nate, and Blair is super impressed with her. So she has solidified her bridesmaid spot, even though, I mean, she's like, oh, you're Serena's cousin. That works perfectly since Serena's my maid of honor.
And she's like, you should be in the running because you're the cousin.
You're the cousin, and you live with me.
I mean, I guess, but not really.
I mean, Blair, you know, she doesn't, besides Dorota and Serena, she doesn't have any friends.
I would have loved if it was Dorota.
Right? Why wouldn't Dorota be in it?
I know.
I mean, she very well might be.
Yeah.
I don't know.
That's right.
You know?
That's right. You don't know.
She very well might be. She probably is 100% in the bridal party.
Yeah.
But other than Serena and Dorota, and now Chivy, there's nobody there to be in Blair's bridal party. So, my computer. I have to change the setting on my computer. It keeps going dark every second. It's driving me crazy.
Yeah. It's just a energy saver.
It's just. I know. I was trying
to
save.
You have cat hair on your mic.
Yes,
I went to clean that like before you. I was setting up. I'm like, here, let me get the lights. Let me get the wires. I'm like, I have to wimple, and then instead I watched The Sopranos.
Well, that's okay. I'll take one for the team. It's fine.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, so after all of this fiasco with Charlie Chivy kissing Nate, she wins the spot. Blair's impressed. We do have a scene at the party where Blair and everyone find out that Louis has been paying his therapist to manipulate Chuck.
Now, is this his
so
therapist or a therapist?
I think she's just a therapist. And they do mention, it's very brief, that he helped her father out once.
Yeah, what is that about?
We never go into this again because she's on the island.
Shut up! Okay.
Before we started, I was like, guys, I have to look up and see this character's on the island because I just want to know because I'm sure Michelle's going to ask me. And when I told her I was looking up someone for the island, she's like, oh my God, I'm so excited. Who's it going to be? I was like, oh, it's nobody important. But I guess she really thinks this is important.
Well, yeah.
She doesn't even have a wiki page on Gossip Girl. I had to look it up on IMDb. Yeah. We full out gave her a first and last name. You don't even she doesn't even get a wiki page. Unless I'm mistaken, but I couldn't find a wiki page. So if you guys want to try.
Yeah, Angelina, our Gossip Girl.
Let me know.
Yeah. Really? So that's it. We don't ever understand this whole thing. I guess because we're past it now.
We're past it, yeah. So she changed himself. But as far as Louis goes, it's a very brief, as far as I understood him saying, like, oh, that time I helped out your dad. Like, you basically owe me, even though he's paying her.
So does this mean that Chuck doesn't continue therapy?
He continues therapy. I'll just tell you that. But not with her.
Well, yeah, obviously. But he does.
Yeah, I mean, we mention it next week. We don't actually see him in therapy, but we mentioned that he is going, which is really important.
We recognize.
Exactly.
Okay.
That's all we need. All we need to know about that.
I will take it.
Right. So after Blair finds out Louis has been paying this therapist to manipulate Chuck and make him back into his evil self, which is like, we'll get into that. That's all kinds of messed up. But Blair demands to know why he would do this. And Louis says, I saw the paternity test. I know that you had doubts. I know that this was a way of you to choose who you're going to be with, because if it was Chuck's, you would have chose Chuck. Let's be real. And she's like, you don't need to be so jealous and so afraid of Chuck. Like, we're never going to work. And Louis they kind of separate, and they guess they don't speak to each other. And the hair is tickling my nose. Anyway, so later on, after they separate, Blair and Louis speak on the phone. We have a scene with Chuck, which we'll get to, but Blair says, oh, it's best if we are separate for a few days, like, to recoup. So we'll see what happens there. Nate and Chivy. What did you think about this, first of all?
I don't know.
You're not into it?
No, I saw it coming.
I find them to have good chemistry.
Yeah, they do. I don't know if it feels like, oh, okay, we haven't done this yet.
Right, of course.
We're not gonna do it with Chuck and Padman, they're done that.
Mm-hmm.
So Nate was only the logical choice. So I don't know if it just feels forced or it
Mhm.
actually does work. I don't know how I feel about it.
I think that's a great point
Yeah.
because I feel like if I was a writer on this show, this is what we would go towards. The next step. Like, oh, Nate and Ivy work together? Yeah.
This makes sense.
It makes sense.
Yeah.
So they are planning a launch party for the Spectator, and Nate wants to go with Diana as his date. He's like, let's go public together, which is like, what?
Yeah, I know.
And she's like, no, it's not the right time. I'm not ready for this. The world doesn't need to see this yet. And, he definitely feels discouraged about this. He's like, okay, you don't want to be seen with me or be seen that we're dating. And it's like, have they even had that talk of like, are we in a relationship?
I was going to ask you this. Have they even gone on a proper dinner date?
I don't even think they have. I think, and I don't know if it's this week or next week. He says we literally sleep together and work and sleep together and work. And like, that's all they do.
That's
so
their
how's that
relationship.
That's their relationship. That's what they have known since day one. So
Right.
if Nate wants something different than that, he needs to verbalize that. And he was trying to verbalize it in the episode, but Diana definitely brushes it off. And so this leads him into literally the arms of another woman, even though she's telling him, like, yeah, you should try that. Like, I give you permission to try that.
I know.
So to me, it's like she's not all that serious about any of this.
Yeah.
I don't know if I thought she was. Anyway.
Diana?
Yeah, Diana. Like, I feel like, okay.
To me, I took it as she views him as her sex boy toy.
Yeah, like, okay.
Like her pet.
Yeah, her pet.
You know?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I think he obviously doesn't think that that's the case. He thinks that there's something else going on
Or maybe
there.
he just wants more.
Right.
But he always ends up in these predicaments, doesn't he, Nate?
He always does.
The secret sex life of Nate, because it seems to always have to be.
It's always happening with him. And so I think he's definitely in this rut. He needs to get out of it because this happened time and time again on all the seasons. So
yeah.
Diana, she's not taking well to Ivy. Ivy's causing her a lot of stress. And she tells Ivy and Nate, let's get the buzz about the party, go deliver all these tablets to VIPs. So Nate goes to deliver a tablet to Keith Ginson, and Keith's assistant is like, we don't even need this. Diana's going with Keith as her date.
Which, by the way, the assistant.
Rude.
Yeah. What is he from?
Oh, I don't know.
I meant to look that up, but I'm afraid to Google it. I meant to text you, but then
okay. On break, we can look it up.
Yes. I'm going to write that down. Look it up.
Yeah.
You guys see what we're doing break.
We're live tonight. I know I said that at the top, but we have our patrons from the Upper East Side watching us. Hello. And they're always in the chat.
Yeah, when we take a break, they're like, I wonder what they do on break. It's like,
not very exciting. So Keith's assistant tells Nate about Keith and Diana going together. Of course, Nate is upset. He immediately calls Diana, who basically tells him, like, yeah, maybe you like take some time and get back to me. See how you feel. I get it. Like, Keith and I are going to be in public together. So maybe you should try and do something else. Like, and pushing him to find another date and someone to hang out with and maybe have sex with, and whoever else, who knows? I don't know what her limits are, because they haven't really said any limits. And so, as we know, Chivy, she's competing for Blair's. Oh, you got a new chair. Just
oh yeah, this mini computer chair.
It's really cute.
And it rises, so I should tell that story. I'll tell that story later. I don't want to get why I needed a new computer chair. But thank you for noticing.
Yes, it's really cute.
Yes, Chivy for a story for the Spectator.
She's like, hey, Diana, I'm going to do this because it will be good later on if I get in, because I don't get the story on the royal wedding. It makes sense. I'm like, wow, okay. Like, she's committed to doing things for Diana because she doesn't want Diana to say who she really is. So now that she's been tasked with the kissing of Nate, per Blair's orders. It works perfectly for her and for Nate because Nate's looking to get, I guess, to make Diana jealous, which Chivy doesn't know that it's Diana, but he says a girl, has kind of burned me. And Charlie's like, let's make her jealous. And also, this benefits her because she has to kiss Nate.
I mean, this really is a mutual exchange.
Right.
They just don't know.
Except neither of them know just
Yeah.
yet. So they go to the party together. There's definitely, I don't know, some chemistry going on there. Nate seems to be in it, more so. And Chivy's like, obviously, this is strategic for her. But they do kiss. A couple, it's not just a one kissing, it's like a little make-out sesh.
Yeah.
And this does distract Diana from her making her speech. And so solidifies that she was jealous, but she does go over and she's like, oh, Charlie, Nate and I are dating, and also Nate, Charlie's using you.
And also back off, bitch, he's mine.
And she's pissed.
I mean, the claws come out, and I think it's just this ownership. I don't even think she really likes Nate.
I don't
it's
either.
Just like, I'm in charge. Back off. And I can actually tell you that, and you'll listen because I know all of your secrets.
Right. So then Nate tells Diana, okay, you're getting jealous about this, but as far as I'm concerned, if we're not public, then like this should just be done.
Right.
So she does mull it over and she does publish a picture of them. I think it was on the Spectator's website.
Yeah.
Of them. They're saying new couple alert, they're dating. And then she calls Chivy and she's like, see this picture? You can try it again. It's not going to happen. I'm going to make your life a living hell. Like, don't, Nate is mine.
Yeah.
And Charlie's like, I got it.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Padge with the little, we'll tie in Serena as well.
Yeah.
So Padge's book is number 9 on the bestsellers list. Again, I'm shocked. He's, of course, stoked that he's getting this recognition, and Rufus is proud of him. He's proud. He meets with Serena and Jane, and they go over some movie ideas for Inside. And then they talk about Dylan Hunter, which is the character based off of Dan. And Jane's like, oh, we need to change his story. Like, maybe he's an orphan or like something. And Dan's like, whoa, like, this is not my original thoughts. And he doesn't like that they're changing things and they're not really nurturing his ideas. And he leaves. He gets up and leaves. He has a conversation with Serena, and Serena's like, look, I think you should give us the rights to your movie, but I promise that I'll keep your vision intact. Don't worry about it. So he trusts her. But all goes to shit because the movie does get scrapped anyway, which we'll mention with Jane and Diana. Like, what?
We better go back to that.
I guess we do. Next week we don't, but I'm hopeful that we do.
Angelina,
let us know. I've only watched next week. So later on, Rufus tells Dan that unfortunately Inside has dropped off of the charts, but it's okay because the movie is going to bring up, stir some buzz about it. And Dan has to tell Rufus like, oh, my movie was scrapped, so therefore my career is scrapped. Like, he's so dramatic about this. Like, I'm over. You're not over, dude. You're 20 years old. You'll write something else. It's fine. Yeah. But to tie in Serena, she's at work. And as we said, Diana shows up because her and Jane are old friends. Don't know how. I don't. But Serena goes, oh, my friend Nate works for you. And my cousin Charlie. And so Diana basically offers her a job on the spot. Like, oh, how would you like to write a blog for The Spectator? And Serena's like, well, like, that's basically Gossip Girl. And I don't want to stoop to Gossip Girl's level. And Gossip Girl already reports on me, so like, what would be the point of me writing this blog? So after this whole meeting where Dan storms out, Serena heads to see him, and he does give her the rights to the screenplay, have someone else write it. But then when Serena sees Jane's like, oh, I've had a screenwriter for weeks, and we just wanted Dan to give up his rights. And we knew that you were like the person to do that. And so she's like, why did you have to waste everyone's time by having this meeting? And now Dan's not going to have his way. And they're going to make his character a Zuckerberg where he's going to screw over all of his friends for like the coin and the fame. Which Serena's like, that's not how this was supposed to go. And so now she's like, well, shit, I
Yeah.
hate my life.
Yeah. It's really tough. She's in a
Oh
really
my
tough
God,
spot.
this is a really bad spot. So she's feeling really guilty and she decides to invite Dan to the spectator party. And when Dan sees Jane, Jane's like, I know what you're trying to do, Serena. I'm not going to feel guilty for my decision. But Serena's like, oh, please get to know the real Dan. He's really sweet. Like, he wouldn't do what you're, like, how you're portraying him. So then Jane's like, oh, well, you're off the project then because you're too close to home. And I don't like how this is going.
Everyone, it's okay. All of this is presented, the novel, right? It's presented as fiction.
Right.
And Padge is like, no. It's not based, it's like loosely.
I like where you're going with this.
Loosely based off you, but it's not you. It's fiction, it's fiction, it's fiction. Now all of a sudden it's like, whoa, you are going to deface Padge and who he is as a person, and you can't do it. And so that's offensive to do that to his character, yet everybody else, it was just
You're 1000% right.
a little inspiration taken.
Right.
Because it's purely fiction.
It's like, if you can't, don't dish it if you can't take it.
Right. I mean, it's changing the story, which is tough, which I can understand that. But Serena's like, no, I want you to meet Padge to see how he really is. And he's not this over dramatic, we can't have him on the project person.
Right. So, yeah, I mean, he's threatened that they're going to change his character. But like you said, like, he wasn't, everyone talking about how he changed them didn't really affect him, but he's one who wrote the book.
Right.
Yeah. So when Diana sees that Serena's upset because she gets scrapped off the project, she's like, oh, I'll talk to Jane. We're old friends, and like, I have something on her, and she'll get it. She'll understand where I'm coming from.
Why did Jane do this except for the fact that she can? I'm like, what is Jane getting from? I guess I just answered my own question. Serena will write the blog.
You mean Diana?
Diana, yeah. Like, she knows so well that, oh, if I do this, I know Serena.
She's so strategic with everything.
Yeah, she's really
and
good.
Next week, even more so, I'm like, whoa, like, she has everything down to the little T. She really is.
Yeah.
So when she sees Serena, she's like, oh, I have this. Let me go talk to Jane. And so whatever she says to Jane, Jane's like, the movie's scrapped. Like, whatever Diana knows about her, like, it cannot come out. Whatever that means. Like, I don't know. I hope we go back to this because I'm really curious.
I really hope we find out about what was told. Or is it just one of those things that we have to take of Diana knows people, Diana has influence, we're just going to leave it at that.
Right. I hope it's the first, but I don't know. So Dan sees Jane. Jane tells Dan the movie is scrapped. You can blame it on your friend Serena. So Dan goes over to Serena and he's like, I can't believe that you would do this to me. You didn't want it coming out just because I wrote you in that way and you don't want anyone to see you differently. And she's like, actually, no, I did this for you.
Didn't you want to smack him?
Oh my God, yeah.
I wanted to shake him.
But
like, shut the fuck up.
I know. I think because last week he was burned by Serena trying to blackmail him. But again, she felt hurt and she felt betrayed that this person doesn't accept like who she is and wrote her to be this version of her she was trying to get rid of. So they separate and Serena does tell Diana, and Diana approaches her like, one last time, please do this blog for me. Please, please, please. I want to take down Gossip Girl. And Serena's like, well, can I think about it? And Diana's like, just think, you'll tell the story of Serena Vanderwoodson before Gossip Girl can. So it pretty much like eliminates Gossip Girl's job. And Serena's like, okay. And she's thinking about it. And then she's like, I'm going to do this my own way. I'm not going to bash people. This is going to be my story. And Diana's like, yeah, sure. You, whatever you want. So they make this deal. And later that night, Serena gets her computer and she's starting her blog.
S on S.
S on S. Yes. All right. Lastly, Chuck, which I feel like I'm most excited to talk about.
S by S, I should say.
S by S. Yes. What did you think about Chuck? Yay for therapy.
Yay for therapy. Yay for apology.
Oh my God. That scene I really enjoyed which we'll get
Me
to.
too.
I was like, yes.
I was like, wait. No. But I will recognize. I really, really did enjoy that scene. And then the whole ring.
Yeah, the ring.
I mean, I just sped up, which we're going to go into detail,
no.
but yeah.
Yeah. I know. I really enjoyed Chuck in this episode. So he's having therapy with Eliza. Luckily, he's gotten over that whole like sexual whatever, and I just want to, grow. And so he tells her about this reoccurring dream he has where he's walking and sees this amazing sized skyscraper, and every time he gets close to it, he can't get in. And she's like, well, what do you think that means? And he's just chalking it up to, oh, it's probably my parental issues. And she's like, okay, but what else could it mean? Because as we know, she's getting paid by Louis and she needs to kind of like dig some dirt up and she wants him to open up about Blair. So Louis catches up with Eliza and presents her with a check. And as we said, he's something about helping her father. I don't know. But it's to turn Chuck back into his evil self. It's like, oh, this is just so easy. In one session, it will be done.
And also Louis.
What a weird strategy.
I guess we all can go to this very manipulative, dark place when we're feeling so insecure.
He's so insecure, yeah.
I don't blame him for how he's feeling because finding that paternity test and then questioning, and then plus everyone around you pretty much being like,
don't trust her.
Secrets. She's lying to you. She will continue. And Patch lurking for like all of it, and Chuck's
right there. Everyone's wants a piece of Blair, and he has her. Like this is his fiance, and to keep it, he needs to do everything in his power to keep this relationship. It's like it shouldn't be this hard, dude.
Right.
It really shouldn't.
Yeah.
But it is, and so he is making a therapist warp Chuck's brain to kind of go back and revert to what he used to be. Which is like he hasn't been this new Chuck for that long where like he wouldn't just be that same Chuck. I don't know. I'm like, wow, like I get we're seeing growth, which is great, but he's still Chuck. Like,
and how does Louis know he's not still the same Chuck? Because he hasn't been
because he hasn't like
she's
kind of like
Blair?
Yeah, like stirring up the pot between him and Blair. Like he's been quiet, and I mean we do have that one scene a few weeks ago where the dog makes them fall, like he sees her in his arms, like so I guess he maybe thinks that Chuck is softening and it's scary to him.
Yeah.
Even though Blair, like I don't think Blair realizes that this is even happening. Like she doesn't know who this new Chuck is just yet. So Eliza ends up heading to the Empire to see Chuck, like a house call, even though this is not what normally would happen. But because of Louis putting the pressure on her, she feels like she has to go immediately find some information. So she's like, come on, aren't you upset and angry that Blair is marrying someone else? And like he does get upset and he dramatically like, stands up. It's like, oh, this is so ridiculous.
I wrote this down. LOL. Chuck abruptly gets up off the couch. I was laughing. And he's so dramatic and just like, and this just so Chuck and so. Oh my goodness.
What immediately came to my mind, and like nobody else is going to think this, but that scene in Clueless where they're at the rave and Christian's like, huh?
Yeah.
That's what reminded me of. Like he gave himself whiplash getting off the couch, and I'm just like, oh my god, that was dramatic.
I just wanted them to bring in a fainting couch and Chuck just like, oh. Right.
That would have been. We just would have made it black and white at that point, like, and Chuck would have passed out and
end scene.
And end scene, exactly. But he's getting, pushed to open up more about Blair, and he admits, like, yes, I let Blair go, but I'm still holding on to the engagement ring. And so he's like, here, please take it from me, get rid of it. It's like, what do you do with this? Really, I can't even fathom how much money that ring was. I don't even want to go there. I don't want to embarrass myself. But he's like, please get rid of this for me. And she's like, okay. So she takes it. But then she texts Louis, like, I don't want to do this anymore. She, she's crossing moral lines, getting it. Like, she's a psychologist. Like, she doesn't need to be doing this.
No.
She's, a professional who just wants to help Chuck. So later on, Louis meets Eliza after Eliza tells him, I'm not doing this. And he's like, don't forget, shoving this check in her face. And of course, Chuck's at the dog park and he sees this transaction. So now he knows what's up. And he calls Eliza and he's like, wants everyone to meet at the spectator party because he wants to. I guess his plan all along was like to embarrass her in front of everyone.
And then to do it at the party, I guess because does he know Blair's going to be there or because it will be reported in the Spectator?
I guess both. I mean, either way it works. So he arrives at the party and he's introduced to Diana.
Yeah.
And he's like, you look familiar. And she's like, oh, there's no way.
Now, this is only because of Nate.
I don't know.
Oh my God. It's not because of Nate. Oh, it's like a light bulb. I wrote it down. I was like, oh, because Nate was banging her in California and told Chuck.
But she also knows Bart.
It's
she
not
knows Bart.
because he knows Bart. Oh my God. The picture in the drawer.
You forgot all about it.
No, I didn't. I just didn't put two and two together. I was just like, oh, because of Nate. I'm like, why is this so weird right now?
I should have just let her just think it was because
of
Nate.
It probably would have came to me upon discussion.
Yeah, I think it would have came to you as we were talking about it a little more. But it's such a quick scene. But I'm like, it's purposeful.
No. This is purposeful because he does a double take and he's like, are you sure?
Yeah, he's like, are you sure I don't know you? And she's like, no, I'm certain you don't.
Now, do you think, well, now we have to talk about this. So do you think, obviously, he recognizes her. Do you think he actually met her or because he saw that picture in his father's files?
I don't know. Either way.
Probably that. I think I'm going to go with that.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I mean, I guess one day we'll find out.
Do you know?
I mean, I know, but I don't know. I can't, like.
You don't know how we get there, but you know?
Yeah, yes.
Oh.
Whoa. I just blew her mind a little bit. I'm thrilled that this happened.
Wow.
But anyway, so after they meet, the party is happening. Diana makes her speech in which, of course, she's distracted by the Nate and Chivy kiss. And she's like, I'm taking over the journalism world. The Spectator's taking it over. And Chuck's like, well, I got it. It's like ridiculous. I got a story for you. And walks, and she's like, please present it, like to the whole party.
So ridiculous.
And he tells everyone that his therapist is playing mind games with him and making him do unspeakable things. And when Eliza speaks up for herself, Chuck's like, well, she's getting paid by Louis. And so now everyone knows Louis has paid Eliza. And he looks real guilty. He's like, oh, shit. Like, how do I get out of this one? I don't know. So after this whole fiasco, Chuck approaches Eliza and is like, why did you do it? And she's like, look, I'm giving up my practice. This is not what I believe in. I feel obviously badly about this. And so she tells him that Louis was obviously so threatened by Chuck that he felt the need to do this. And she's so proud of him because she sees that he is letting Blair go. But the last step, of course, is to get rid of this ring. You have to do it yourself. And so he goes to see Blair in this really epic scene, which I felt, like I said before, was the best scene of the whole episode. And he apologizes for everything about the trade, about not saying I love you sooner.
Not waiting long
enough. My anger, like so many really deep-rooted bad Cher things that have happened. And he's like, I'm sorry. And she's like, okay, I accept it. And she's like, I can't believe, like, this is my downfall, is like never giving up on people. And he's like, I hope that never changes because that's why you're going to be a great mom.
Yeah.
And it was just really, really just so important for these two. And he's like, I'm going to take care of myself for now. Like, you take care of yourself. Like, and she was like, fuck is this, like the ghost of Chuck leaving?
And she says something along the lines, if I'm remembering correctly, is that all?
Right.
And I'm like, what were you wanting, Blair?
I don't know.
I was like, please don't make them kiss because I wasn't ready.
I know. No. It shouldn't have been. No. You know, it just wasn't the time.
And he's just like, yeah, that's it.
That's it. That's all I wanted to say. I guess.
Ooh.
Yeah. I mean, it could have went a million different ways with that. What were you going to say anything else? And she could have been waiting for a million different reasons.
Right.
But he's like, no, I'm good. And you should be good. And so he leaves. He goes directly to the Harry Winston store and drops the ring on the doorstep.
How do you feel about this?
Random. I mean, obviously,
Sure.
it's so dramatic.
Dramatic.
It's so unnecessary. We would have understood what happens.
Yeah.
But that is my summary. Some
good
good.
one.
It was some good parts in this episode.
It was.
And when we come back, we have lots of trivia and questions from our listeners.
Yay!
That's what we do, guys.
This is it.
This is it.
We do a stretch, but I'll show you guys my chair since they're here.
Yeah.
Little break story. So my desk, my chair, my other one is too low for my computer desk, and every day I work from home and I sit on 2 pillows, a blanket, and I sit up like this. It's bad. It's very bad. So look at my new chair. Yay!
Spinny chair.
And it goes up and it goes down.
Wow, it goes pretty high.
Yeah. So the only bummer with this one, it has no arms.
I was just gonna say no arms.
Little baby arms.
Yeah.
But anyway, it'll do for now. So that's my chair story.
Chair.
Can we look up that assistant?
Yeah, let's look them up.
Let me see if they found the
I
assistant.
bet they're already on it.
You guys have any questions? I know you submitted them, but if you have anything else, you can ask.
Any
now.
trivia?
Anything you want to ask?
BTS?
Come on down.
I am number 9.
Exactly, Jess. Who leaves a Harry Winston?
Right? I mean, like, anyone could have taken that.
I guess that was the point. He doesn't care.
Like, he doesn't care. He's like, donate to charity. He even said that.
Him returning it is just him doing it to rid himself,
Exactly.
Max Jenkins is his name.
In real life?
He's in Dead Like Me, Grey's Orange is the New Black.
Oh, maybe that's where
Thank you for joining, Sean. Have a good night. Angelina said it's at least $1 million.
Oh my god, really? He's in Dead to Me, Christopher Doyle.
See, that's probably how I know him because I love Dead to
Mysteries
Me.
of Laura.
Dead to Me. Who did he play?
Is he the...
Oh my goodness! Oh,
Wait.
say that. I'm like, no, I know his face.
Yeah, but like...
Christopher Doyle is his name? No, Max Jenkins. And 30 Rock. I think I know him.
I'm trying to get him in
Rock.
a picture of him, like, in Dead to Me so I can recognize.
Like, I see him in Dead to Me, but I don't.
Right.
It's gotta be. I feel like I just watched him. No. All right. Well,
Special? Are you watching Special?
I loved Special. Yes.
Tanner. He's Tanner.
Yes, Special.
Michelle's seen so many shows. I just assumed that she's seen it.
Oh my God, Special is so good with Ryan O'Connell, right? And it's on. Yes. Yes.
That's the
it.
most recent thing he's in.
Special is so good. What a delight that was on Netflix. I highly recommend. Very much enjoyed that. Special. Yeah, Angelina. Yes. Special is so good.
Is this the guy from
Ryan? I want to read it. Wait, Angelina,
Is
did you read
that
his
him?
book? That's him.
Oh, that's not who I was thinking of.
I
Aw.
loved his character in Special. It was a great show.
Special.
What'd you have for dinner?
Oh my god. Speaking of TikTok, I know that was my topic Tuesday.
Yeah.
So there's that recipe that's going, it's not even a recipe. It's you take leftover rice and you take leftover salmon and you mush it together in a bowl and then you stick an ice cube on it. I know it sounds disgusting. It's really, really good. It's like deconstructed sushi is basically what it is. And you put an ice cube in the middle and you microwave it. The ice cube does not melt. It's very strange. And so when you take out the ice cube, then you put, you can do soy sauce, but I did coconut aminos, sriracha, and the kimchi mayo, but I don't have that, so I don't mess with mayo really. So I did kimchi sauce that I had, and I have kimchi and I pickled my own cucumbers. and I put them in there, and then I did nori strips, and you eat it with the nori. Really good. I was so full after that though.
I think microwaving salmon.
Oh, same.
Salmon.
I don't usually do that, and it was only 30 seconds. Like, it didn't really turn me off. I won't microwave any meat. Like, I will never microwave my chicken. Yeah, I don't. I would have probably just ate it cold.
What kind of salmon was it?
It was Arctic char. I made it last night. I just broiled it in the oven.
Okay, so it was leftover of that. It wasn't like.
No, it wasn't like canned salmon, or it wasn't like, it was my own salmon.
This sounds very interesting, and I would eat it if someone made it for me.
Yes. Well, I'll make it for you next time.
Thank you.
It was good. Yeah, it was really good. It was really filling. But I keep seeing it everywhere because everyone's making their own versions of it. And I was like, I just want to try it. So I went to Whole Foods and I got the nori. I think I got everything. I was like, I'm gonna make it.
That sounds
really good. Cool. Yeah, it was really good.
I liked all of the things in that. I made white rice.
White rice.
You guys ever have white rice?
I've never had it. I still want to try it.
Oh my goodness. We had the creamy Parmesan one because that one's vegan. And I just had a bowl with spinach, the white rice, a sweet potato, avocado, and sauerkraut.
That's a Buddha bowl.
And some hot sauce.
I love a good Buddha bowl. I'll throw whatever roast, just throw them all in a bowl.
All of it.
That's like my most enjoyable meals.
Yeah, I'm a bowl girl.
Me too. I'm a bowl girl.
I don't like plates. Give me a bowl.
I'm like that too.
Is Randy a plate man?
Yes, everything's on a plate.
And separates all of his.
He would put soup on a plate if he could. I'm like,
so it ain't.
Come on.
There's two types of people. There's people who separate all of their foods out, and then there's people who just put it all together in a bowl and mix it up. That's me. I mix everything up.
It's funny. It depends on like what the food choices are, because normally I won't eat them like, oh, I'll eat all of that first. I like to mix. But like if it's like a bowl, if it's like the same flavors, I'll put them all in a bowl.
Anyway, okay, let's go back.
All right, let's go do some trivia.
Here we go.
All right, Michelle and I were just talking about our dinners and being bowl or plate people.
Yeah.
And if you're in the chat, you already know that.
That's right.
So let's start with some trivia. The episode was watched by 1.26 million viewers. The episode title is based off the movie I Am Number 4, which this morning in the Discord chat, everyone was talking about how they have seen it, haven't seen it, read the books. I saw it one time, could not tell you one thing really that happened in it. It was definitely a Melissa genre, like he's from another planet, they have a love story, like definitely like that, but couldn't tell you anything that happens. It's got the girl who plays Quinn from Glee, and that one that's also a Magic Mike, who is really cute. I think he's Australian in real life. Alex something. What? I'm making this up. You guys.
I could not recall, but
I'm gonna
are shocked? I should never comment on movies. It's like, Michelle, you don't watch movies. Of course, you haven't seen it. Nobody cares. So I actually don't recall this at all.
His name is gonna bother me if I don't look it up. Oh, Alex Pettifer. That's his name. He's cute. He's cute. Yeah. Here he is. He looks. Let's see if we would know him from anything. Oh, he splits from his girlfriend Marlo. He's super cute. He was like more blonde in the movie than I remember him being here.
I Am Number 4 is the movie.
I Am Number 4, and sounds like a stupid contest.
What?
Like, I am number 4. Like, I'm the number 4th alien. I have no idea. Anyway, Blair's bridesmaid's pros for Penelope is that she's a huge bitch. Hamilton House, party planning. While her cons are she's a huge bitch, fake and bake, which offended me, and social climber.
Oh, fake and bake.
Her pros for Nellie, which is funny because Nellie's not in the episode, is genius, Esperanto, and Sorbonne, and her cons are a grade grubber, allergic to contacts, and loves YA fiction. Isabel's pros, again, Isabel's not in this episode, are long legs, scratch golfer, and loves to match. And her cons are too pretty, reads McSweeney's, and Aries.
Oh.
Offended again.
Get out.
Which I think is funny because Isabel and Nelly Yuki weren't in the episode.
But they were still maybe contenders.
I guess so.
Yeah.
At the New York Spectator party, there's a picture of Andre the Giant, the former wrestler starred in the movie The Princess and the Bride, alongside Wallace Shawn, who plays Blair's stepfather, Cyrus Rose, as we know.
Yeah.
Tish has 2 deleted scenes, Jane and Serena, where Jane calls Dan a prima donna and tells Serena she must tell Dan either he can write this movie or get it made. Serena then tells Jane, I don't think I can do that, and Jane tells her if she wants to have an associate producer credit on the film, she needs to buck up. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
There's another where Blair tells Dorota that she will judge the final competition and it will take place at the launch party. She then tells the girls there's only one spot in the wedding party and it will go to whoever wins the competition.
Right.
All right. I mean, those didn't really need to be in there.
Mm-hmm.
Music we have By the Cults, Friendly Fires, My Gold Mask, The Ugly Suit, David Guetta, and Sia and Lana Del Rey. That was playing during the chair scene, which was really pretty. All right, questions. We have Will wants to know, what does Diana really want with Nate? Is he just food for her to play with? What's going on?
Yes, I think that's exactly. I think it's convenience, ownership, fuckboy, and he is in with the world, even though he keeps saying, like, these are my friends. But she's like, I will just keep using you, using you. And you know what? She's already made him do things that he said he wouldn't do. So it's just a matter of time.
Yeah. Come on, Nate.
Yeah.
Mike asks, if you were a journalist, would you ever work for a site like The Spectator?
Probably not. But
if I was a journalist, no, I don't think so.
But, I mean, times are tough, right?
Exactly. We all need jobs.
I guess we would have to see.
I mean, it would probably be fun.
Yeah, but also
just
just
like
dirty.
Those are people. Yeah, those are people's lives.
Right.
So maybe no. Do you think Nate and Chivy will get together?
I do. In secret because they can't make it known. Or it'll just be very like ongoing flirting and maybe they'll kiss in like 2 episodes or something.
So him and Diana are not going to.
No, they're gonna keep up.
But so he's gonna be playing.
I think there's going to be tension between him and Chivy of like, oh, I actually really do like you because I can be seen with you, kind of. And Diana's still like, oh.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's good. Good predictions. Jess wants to know, do we think Chuck was sincere when he went to apologize to Blair, or was he seizing an opportunity based on the conversation he had with his therapist?
I do think he was really, really genuine about it.
Me too.
I believed him.
I want to believe him.
But I really, really think he was genuine.
Me too. I think he was genuine.
We can't make
those are some hard shit to like apologize for, especially where like I don't know if he ever said he was individually sorry for any of those things.
It's also having ownership to it. So I don't think that would be fake.
Right. And he has said in the past, like, well, we would wait all night for you. I only waited like 1 minute, 5 minutes.
Right.
And now he's like, well, shit. Like, I'm sorry that I didn't do that. Like, now he is owning it.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, yes, Jess. I would like to believe that he was sincere. Tish, what is going on with Chuck and Diana? Because he seems to recognize her. Where does he think he knows her from?
Well, my mind blew off.
The question.
In the first half of the show. I really think, I mean, I was making other predictions of like, oh, could it be a sister or a mom or whatever. I think he recognized her from a picture in the drawer. I just don't know who she is yet.
Okay.
I think that's how he actually recognized her.
So he's only ever seen a picture of her, but it's probably, he's seen it.
Or maybe
once or a couple
imagine she was like his nanny or something.
Oh.
And then Bart had an affair with her.
Ooh.
Or something like that.
Oh, it's good.
Yeah.
It's good.
Yeah.
I like where your head's at.
Yeah.
Vic, do you think Serena will be blogging on a weekly basis?
I do.
For how long? Is that her thing, her new shtick? Is the blog?
I think so. I think she's like, wow, this is going really well. I'm a writer. Pad, you're a writer.
I'm a writer just like you.
It's going to backfire. Because Gossip Girl,
She's not gonna like this.
Yeah, but whether Gossip Girl still reports on what you don't like, S isn't going S. Look at me. Serena is probably not going to tell. She's not going to tell the outside perspective, right? Like we wouldn't tell the outside perspective of our life. So that Gossip Girl will just rip, or the Spectator will.
Ooh. Right.
You know, our very own. Something
exactly.
Like Yeah.
Do you think Blair will have second thoughts about marrying Louis?
Yes, but it's not going to come to the surface until
Later.
right.
Were you surprised Diana took her relationship with Nate public?
No, because after watching her in this, you're like, okay, you need to control, and she can own. It's just being in charge.
Remember, too, she needs Nate somehow, some way.
Right.
So what does this have to do with everything and Chuck?
Right.
There's a lot going on. That's something. Everything is very convenient for her.
Like, I don't like her, but I'm very interested in see what she's doing.
Whatever is happening with her storyline is the most intriguing because she's like now surrounding so many more people. Like, she knows Ivy's secret. Nobody else does. She needs Nate and needs to be, I think, dating Nate or something, getting close to Nate for some reason. And she knows Chuck, or Chuck thinks he knows her.
Yeah.
And she knew Bart. So
right.
She's involved in everyone's life. And Jane. And now Serena. Like, she's getting everywhere.
The Jane situation.
I know.
The other parts, like, okay, you had it with Bart, but what's up with Jane?
Jane? I don't know.
Do you know?
No, I truly don't. I hope we get more of this.
Yeah.
So.
I hope so, too.
I'm just interested to see what happened with her and Jane in the past. It's probably something silly and small, but Jane doesn't obviously want anyone to know.
Right.
So, Diana's got a lot of dirt on a lot of people.
She does.
Then they all owe her. She's smart.
Mm-hmm.
She's really freaking smart. But that's all of our questions.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you to everyone who sent them. All right. What about some fashion? Headbands. I had 3 headbands. Yay, we had some headbands. I haven't had them in so long.
I loved Blair's yellow blouse and her eye makeup.
And the ponytail.
All of it.
As I was watching it, I was like, Ryan, come in here and just look at her. Just look how beautiful she is.
Did he like that?
He's like, yeah. She's like, he loves Blake Lively.
Oh, he does?
Yeah, he's like really attracted to Blake Lively. Not that he wouldn't be attracted to Leighton. He's sure he is too, but he's like, oh, Blake's on the screen. I was like, no, it's all about Leighton. Like, look at her eye makeup. It's so beautiful.
Know, she looked gorgeous.
She just looks so, just so beautiful. I can't explain it. Yeah. And she's wearing a lot of yellow this season.
Yeah.
And it's very complimentary on her tan skin and her red lip and whatever. It's just looking good.
She looks really good. I like her orange dress as well.
As did I. Nate, he always wears those nice denim looking shirts. Looks good in that. But Dan, he had a nice plaid, like a buffalo plaid shirt.
He did. I like Chivy's dress at the party.
Oh my god, I love that dress. Her fashion gets better and better as it progresses, I guess, because she's supposed to be like in this world a little bit more.
Right.
Next week she has some like banger outfits.
Really?
Yeah. She also wore that like corset dress with the sweater.
Yeah.
And she just looked really good.
I made a note of Serena's messy ponytail.
Her hair's always a hot mess.
But it works.
And she looks amazing.
My messy ponies do not look.
No, mine looks like literally a rat's nest.
And hers also is teetering on rat's nest.
It is, but it's like still fashion forward.
It still works.
And there's so many people like on the internet that I've come across on like Instagram and TikTok and whatever that like make fun of Serena. It's like, how do I make my hair look like this? And they just like throw it to the side and like, I'm Serena. And it's just like. It's so funny.
It's true.
Because her hair, like, I guess because Blair is so polished that Serena has to be like the real messy looking one, but it's like in a way that it really works.
It's not even messy.
It's not. She just looks good. But I like that she had that pale blue crocheted like tank top. That's really pretty.
Yeah. And I also like Padge's suit.
Yeah. Boys always look really good in the suits.
They looked good.
What about some quotes?
Yes. So many minions, Dorota.
Tryouts begin after breakfast.
Penelope, she has to pee.
You don't have the scheme gene like I do.
Ooh.
To Louis.
I am number 9.
Even Pippa knew when to pipe down.
Oh my goodness, that was so
funny.
Yeah.
Dan, about turning my book into Newsies. I was like, I love Newsies.
You did wonders for my trust issues. Trusted that to his the
Therapist, yeah. Nate doesn't have a type. He's like Jared Jeter. I mean, I think everyone could relate to that. Yeah.
That was good.
And Diana. Now that's a story I can praise.
Yeah, that was good.
God. We being shittiest?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. Ready?
Yep.
She's trying to get down.
Yep.
3, 2, 1, Chuck. Yeah, so we had the most votes for Chuck.
You heard it here first.
You heard
folks.
it here.
What is
I know.
happening?
He was just super
He deserved
genuine. He does.
Yeah.
That's all.
That's it.
You guys can agree, right? I mean, I know the chat's going now, but it was his episode. I was really proud.
Yeah.
That scene, the apology, it was all great. Did have a vote for Serena, but everyone else picked Chuck.
That's good.
Shittiest. Yeah, I mean,
I don't know.
I'm just gonna go with this, but I don't really like it. It's not like the greatest answer.
Oh, I think that all of my shittiest I can understand.
Yep.
Okay.
Ready?
Yep.
3, 2, 1, Jane. Louis had the most votes, but I feel I understand where he's coming from, you know?
Listen, I don't know what he could have done to deal with his insecurity, but to pay a therapist and almost
really
blackmail and be like, you need to make Chuck nasty and go back to his deep dark side. That's fucked up.
It's really fucked up.
That's
You're right.
really.
Can I change my answer? It's fucked up.
But Jane is also.
She's just like.
She's awful.
She's awful, and she's been awful for the last few weeks, and just with all the changing of Dan's stuff. I get it, like whatever sells, but.
And she's also just so fake. To your
so
face. Like, I get you
fake.
trying to make a business deal happen. Which,
and she's like really overly nice to Dan these past 2 episodes because she really wanted his book, and then like she gave a shit.
She's even sweeter to Serena, and then right back nasty to her.
Yeah.
Right.
But everyone picked Louis.
Yeah.
Which
it's just a surprise. I swear, we have an episode where we have Chuck as MVP and Louis as a shit.
Oh, I know.
Like, is this the Twilight Zone?
I know.
This is strange, but it
was like a little bit of role reversal on this episode.
Yeah.
Okay. Betty of the Week time.
Oh. Betty of the Week. Remember that was our patron of the week?
Oh, yeah.
Song.
When we would just sing it and then we go,
Sped it up.
No, remember we would just like actually sing it.
No.
Patron of the Week. Woo woo. Remember when we do that?
Yeah,
but talk?
Yeah, but we had. Remember then we recorded.
Oh, then we actually recorded it.
And
yeah,
then
I know.
you sped yours up.
Embarrassing as fuck.
That's a classic.
It is a classic. It's a classic.
Yeah.
But hopefully you like our Betty of the Week song. I mean, every time it comes on, I will not skip it. If you guys skip it, that's sad. But if you don't, let us know. And let us know that you're enjoying it.
Don't let us know.
Don't let us know if you're skipping it. Anyway, hi, Betty of the Week time. So this week I chose Jess because I felt like how could I not choose her? Our
and she's in the
friend.
Chat tonight.
She's in the chat.
Yeah.
Hi, Jess. Congrats. We always love speaking with you.
Yeah.
I said it last week. We are above and beyond. The joy that we get to hear from you still after all these years is just incredible. And you're a great person. Everyone loves you in the chat. Not that they wouldn't, but you're there and you're our forever friend. And we were really happy to have you on last week. So thank you for joining us. Thank you for being a patron.
Thank you, Jess. Love you.
Oh, episode title for next week. I have a little boo-boo. Here we go. I got it.
My notebook.
Oh no, you almost done?
Oh no. Going into different sections. Going into the miscellaneous. I was going into the new Gossip Girl section.
Oh no, I hate when that. Ooh, that
I don't like when things,
Me too. I don't like it. It's funny. We like the bowls, all the things in the bowl, but notes.
Nuh-uh. That's right. That's right.
Yeah. Okay, so episode for next week, episode 7. The title is "The Big Sleep No Mo." And I'll wait till you're done writing because it's a big title. Well, no more.
Oh.
But no mo.
Yeah. Okay.
My 3 gossip words are tour, performance, failure. I crack myself up. These are not that clever. I wish I would had one like when I put sharp for Juliet Sharp, I was like never felt more high than I did after that. I was like, I got
Girl,
this.
Let me tell you, I feel like when you get, I remember doing the haikus for Let's Talk OC, and some of them I was like, this is so And then when I would do like what did I used to do for Trio Talk?
Roll call?
The roll call. Some of them,
Amazing.
when they came to me, I was like, oh, I would do a dance, like, I can't wait to say this.
Yeah, I mean, these words are good. They could go for lots of different
Well,
aspects,
clearly.
obviously, but okay, what are we gonna do with tour, performance, failure?
Tour?
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Someone's
tour.
going on tour.
Hmm.
So is this like Blair and we have to go on like a tour because they're soon to be royals?
Okay, I mean, I could definitely see that.
I don't like that though.
Okay, you know, you can marinate on that.
Performance, which also okay. Oh, is this gonna be like a sexual performance? What's this face?
I'm like, what?
I don't know.
A sexual performance
Or
between
Padge, not Padge.
Blair,
No,
Diana
and Nate.
Nate. Oh God. Ugh.
Do we ship them?
Oh,
We don't like them, but date
Date
Or-
is like a term. Date
Niana.
Date, I guess, is fine.
Quick
For a fine
shipping.
couple.
Quick shipping.
You guys vote in the chat.
Okay, so performance or like performance of analytics. Oh, S, look how good your blog is doing. Let's look at that performance of those numbers and failure. Or her blog's gonna fucking fail. Or she's gonna feel like a failure. It will fail. Padge is failing. Chuck feels like a failure. So I can see that working with a lot.
Yeah, it could work with many.
Tour. Who the fuck is going on tour? Or is someone performing? Do we get it? Do we get an artist?
No.
No.
It's not music.
Book tour! Duh! Deal with me, friends. Deal with
It's
me,
okay. You have to marinate.
friends. Okay,
you know?
so book tour. Padge is going on a book tour. I wonder if we actually see him go on the tour. Or is he home from the tour? And then I guess performance of numbers, maybe.
Okay.
I think the performance has to do with analytics.
Okay.
Maybe a little bit like you're just throwing it in there as the sexual performance. You know what I mean?
Sure.
Yeah.
Just a little sexual
Yeah.
performance.
All right. So they voted on some ship names, even though we don't like them. We have Date. We have
Nana.
Nathania. Diate.
They're all terrible.
So
They're all terrible.
like most ship names on this show.
Yeah, most ship names on a Total Buddy podcast.
Are we shipping chat? Some of you know what's happening. Some of you don't. Are we shipping Chivy and Nate?
That's gonna be a
Nivey? Because I'm using Chivy.
or Chape. Ew. That's like chafe.
Chafing.
Nivey?
Nivey.
Nivey's not bad.
It's not
It's
bad.
not terrible. We'll consider that if something happens there.
Yeah, so you guys spit out some if you are shipping them.
Yeah. What should we do as an emoji?
What should we do as an emoji? A ring?
Okay.
Because he gives back the ring.
He does give back the ring.
Did you have another idea?
I didn't, no. There's no like psychology one. Is there like a
or
is
is there a couch? Do like a therapist
Probably.
couch? Is there a couch?
I'm sure there's a couch.
So either a couch, a knife. Oh my goodness. A couch or a ring.
Couch or a ring, whichever. Dealer's choice. You pick whichever.
There
one
is
you
a
want.
couch.
Oh, let's do a couch.
With a light. Do you ever, sidebar, do you ever go through the emojis and you're like, I've never used this one.
I don't normally go through them, but I know there are ones I've never even attempted to use before.
I will go through them with Krista, and I will just send them to her. Like, it's almost like I got like finger happy, and I'm just like, and she's like, what is going on? I'm like, I just discovered these.
It's always the best too when your friend hasn't updated their phone, then they get all those question mark boxes, and they're like, what are those emojis?
Yeah,
I don't know. It's a surprise.
Yeah.
All right, so send us a couch wherever you'd like. Instagram, Instagram and Total Buddy Podcast Network. You can even email us at 3gossipgirlspod@gmail.com, or you can put it in an Apple
Podcast review.
I listen to this podcast while I'm laying on the couch. And here's the couch.
Perfect.
I gave you another title, guys. You have 2 titles to choose from. The Grapes, this one. Choose one and go put it on Apple Podcasts.
That's all you have to do. Rate us and leave us a review if you're enjoying the podcast. This is a simple way for you to help us, and then we grow. And that's all we want.
Just make new friends, and you make new friends too.
It just means a lot, and we really appreciate it.
Yes, we don't have to go into the whole spiel.
No, we don't. You know it.
And we thank you if you have wrote us a review already. Thank you. All right, I have Will's treat tonight.
Oh my God, I'm so excited because the past 2, I mean, they're always great, but I've been doing flips over the past 2 weeks.
This one's a fun one. Gossip Girl characters as numbers for the episode title. Wow. Blair, 22. My favorite number for my favorite character. Also, she says deuces to losing the minions.
Oh, nice.
Chuck, 4. That 4 and 7 are like my 2 favorite numbers.
Your 2? Mm-hmm. Mine are 2 and 21.
Oh, I wonder if there's a 2 in here. There's 21 though. 4. I think there have been 4 will, he, won't, he storylines with Blair. It seems like another dramatic storyline is coming around the turnpike.
Good one.
Dan, 9. Poor Humphrey. It's the sad state of affairs when your dad beats you. Yeah, because Rufus is talking about how Lincoln Hawk was 8. Serena, 10. A perfect 10. Out of 10 this episode, she still loves Dan and wants to see him succeed, or at least not look like crap after they're ish together. Nate, 2. Always the groomsman, never the groom. His storylines are shit, and he took a backseat to Chuck a long time ago.
Oh, gosh.
Chivy, 3. 3 kisses with Nate for Chivy. Oh my God. Louis, 666. This man is showing a devilish insecurity lately.
Wow, that's like way dark.
Yeah. Rufus, 8. Lincoln Hawk's artistic contribution is just a bit better than Dan's. We don't need 2 F. Scott Fitzgeralds, do we? Dorota, 007. Dorota as paparazzi reminded me of her time as a spy for Blair. Perfection.
Yeah.
Maureen, 1. Blair is my favorite, but Maureen is number 1. Miss Carr, 1B. See above. I mean, those are my favorite parts at the end. With the Miss Carr and the Maureen.
Yes, thank you, Will.
Thank you, Will. You're so appreciated.
Yeah.
More than you know. This is so much fun. I know everyone loves it. And if you want to submit, again, in our description for the episode, there is the Google Doc that you can submit your Will's treat. If you're so honored, he will pick your treat and we'll do this wonderful thing so we can hear it at the end of the episode. It's awesome.
That's right.
Right before we go into After Dark, which we're starting to go, let's strap out of sin.
Here we go. So if you're a newbie, this is where we leave you.
We're leaving you.
Here we go.
Tick, 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 tick. I have to consciously think about how to go.
Really?
Oh my God. That was like a sound clip that we inserted into the episode. I think what we should do from now on is like in I'm All In, where they take the, maybe sometime we can, and just put it in wherever we want. Just like scare our audience.
I will do that. I have to say, when I edit,
do you just laugh?
I do. I legitimately laughed. I was like, I'm genuinely entertained by us. And I don't know if that means
Me
I'm so
too.
full of myself. And
no, I just think we're funny.
I just think, we're just good when it comes to certain things. And when it gets to After Dark, and when these noises come out, and all I can hear is your reaction, and you're just like, oh no. You're just like dead.
Sometimes when we get to after dark, it's like late, y'all. It's like
It's
late.
late.
You know?
Yeah.
So we're having like that moment.
Right.
But I have a very special treat for after dark.
You do.
We received an email from an awesome listener named Sahara.
Sahara?
And I can't wait to read this.
Oh
I
my
chose it for after dark because they mention not things that are necessarily spoilers, but more things that kind of allude to possible spoilers that we can open up here, but I didn't want to open up to the first half. Okay, so they felt like it's their duty to come clean on some things. I'm sorry. Their duty to clear some things up. Wow. For us.
Oh, thank you.
They say, I notice how you get confused about how Gossip Girl could possibly know certain things at times where it seems impossible, and I think you guys are mixing up narration with the actual posts. Gossip Girl is used as a way to stir things up in the Upper East Side, but it's also used as a tool for the audience. Now, here's how to tell the difference between what has been posted and what has been narrated simply for the audience. If a Gossip Girl voiceover is accompanying, wow,
There it is, Mike. How's Mike feeling right now?
Accompanied. Forget it. You know what I mean. By someone looking at, I was like, my mouth wasn't speaking. Someone looking at the post on the site, that was an audience. See, then the narration is what is written in the post and what the characters are reading. Now, if Gossip Girl narration is being used for a random scene that has no post, it's just Gossip Girl talking about what's happening in said scene, then that's only for the audience and it's not a real post that the characters can see. For example, when Diana is looking at her headshot from Bart's file and Gossip Girl's talking, there is no post accompanying it, therefore nobody in the show knows what Diana has done. I mean, that makes sense because nobody knew that just yet.
Okay, because I keep teetering back and forth with that. I mean, you obviously stars, they're clearing it up for us, but I do go back and forth.
Right.
There's Gossip, she serves as a narrator, but Gossip Girl is also an integral part of the show. So
right. I should also mention that this includes the person who's behind the site, because at times Gossip Girl is used as an omnipresent for the audience. In some ways, it sort of has a mind of its own sometimes. That's it. I hope this clears up any confusion you had, and I have a lot more information on Gossip Girl behind the scenes bits, and I'm happy to answer any other questions, such as when the Gossip Girl identity was decided by the writers. But if you'd rather have that kept a secret, that's fine too. I emailed Sahara back and I said, no, please tell me.
Oh, no.
Because we want to talk about this.
All of it should be sent.
Yeah.
And
whatever you have at whatever point, just let us know, because I love to hear.
And then you'll filter it for me.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Cool.
Yeah. It's funny listening to Diana tell Serena, like, I want to take down Gossip Girl. I'm thinking, okay, take down Dan.
Oh, yeah.
Take down Dan, and then Serena's going to be like against Dan. Like, I don't know how this is going to play out.
Right, but we don't know. Like, it's not a known thing for Padge to be like, oh, most are running Gossip Girls, I'm going to be taken down. So I don't even know if we'll even see that. I don't even know if Gossip Girl will retaliate.
Right.
We'll just be like, oh, good morning. We have a new one on the streets who's trying to be, but they'll never be as best as Queen Bee or whatever.
That's good.
As the original or something like that.
Right.
Plus, I feel like the Spectator is covering all aspects, and it seems that Gossip Girl is the Spectator covers all the juicy within.
Right, and Gossip Girl is just like those specific kids.
Sahara, would you like to?
Please elaborate.
Yeah. Fill us in on that. But that's how I view it.
Yeah, that's how I view it too.
I didn't really think too much of Gossip Girl in this episode, except for Diana. Actually, no, let me take that back. I didn't think too much of Padge being Gossip Girl in this episode, but I felt it was actually one of the first episodes that was so Gossip Girl heavy, and the discussion of Gossip Girl and the presence of Gossip Girl, because Diana keeps talking about it.
Yeah.
And wanting to take down the service and take it over. And Serena recognizing, like, oh my goodness, like, don't even want to be a part of that world.
Right. Yeah, like, she's been dealing with this for so long that she's kind of just, like, numb to Gossip Girl. Like, oh, I get over it if she says something bad about me or whatever. So Diana putting so much weight into, it's just funny that they all put so much weight into Gossip Girl. in the city. Like Diana, she's a grown ass woman. She's like, oh, we gotta take down Gossip Girl.
I know.
Anywhere else in the world wouldn't know who Gossip Girl is.
Is she international?
I don't think so.
Angelina?
I don't think so.
Angelina said earlier, screams internally in spoiler.
Oh.
And then Mike said it's too bad Mitch has the chat open or else we could have freely talked now.
Super true.
That is true. I mean, I could close it, but then I just want to make sure in case anything goes wrong. So I have to monitor. And Liz is already monitoring. So, and then Mike had his arms up in the air. Roller coaster.
Oh, like this.
Come on. Bewitched. Yeah, I mean, besides that, I did.
Come on. It's such a good music video.
It's so good. It's so good.
Yeah.
But that was
That's all.
Yeah, I mean, that's really, besides Diana, really, being like, oh, Gossip Girl. I didn't really think about it.
Right. Well, I look forward to hopefully Sahara sending some stuff next week that we
so
can
cool.
mention. I would love to know how you know these things, these mystery things.
I mean, upon probably just being a fan, right?
A super fan, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much, Sahara, for sending us this email. We love that you're loving the podcast, especially since you love Gossip Girl so much. I always say this, but like it means so much more when like a true Gossip Girl fan loves this podcast.
Yeah, we're not shitting all over your show.
Right. Like we thank you and we appreciate any feedback. But knowing that you enjoy it just means so much.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, and thank you if you've gotten this far. Thank you to all of our patrons in the chat tonight. We love you guys. And we'll be back to our regular scheduled program next week for episode 7.
Yes, we will.
Oh my goodness. We'll be like in the second week of October. It's a little gross. But everyone enjoy. Have a great week. And we'll be back next week with episode 7.
Bye. Oops. Yay.
Yay. Thank you guys for joining us. Big air hugs.
Air hugs, friends. Hope you enjoyed.
Yeah, and we'll be in the chat. I'm sure.
Yes.
Tomorrow.
Oh yeah. In the chat.
And every day.
Always.
Everyone have a good
Well,
night.
thanks for staying up, guys.
Yeah.
I know it's past bedtime. Bye, guys. How do I end?